Yeah, there's definitely a ton more people outside now. Makes you wonder if it's just because of that announcement. Now everyone's like, oh, all those weeks, finally, get out there. Even things like gas prices seem to have been going way up and up and up. I guess back to like the regular amount it was before all this pandemic and closures and stuff like that. Although for a lot of businesses, they're still going to have to adapt, I guess, with things like those physical distancing. Although it's kind of interesting reading how there's a lot of places like supermarkets where they're actually forcing customers to wear a mask. Some people are even saying they're going to boycott places that do that. But it's interesting reading this one too. This one says, Lyft launching personal health certification will require face masks as part of a new health safety program. Lyft is basically a ride-sharing company, for those who don't know. It says, as local governments ease stay-at-home orders, Lyft is ramping up efforts to protect riders and drivers, including establishing new health and safety standards for ride-sharing. Today, we're announcing a health and safety program with new policies, commitments, products designed to address the needs of our community during this important time for public health. So by the looks of it, they basically have to agree to a new terms of service, I guess, for the users and like the drivers. It says, Lyft's health service programs will include personal health certification for drivers and riders, required face masks for drivers and riders, health safety education for drivers and riders, distribution of cleaning supplies and masks for drivers. So it's kind of interesting requiring the drivers to actually wear a mask, because if you guys remember that other news I read where the guy actually fainted like while driving the car, in many ways it makes me wonder, like with that situation, it could benefit and protect people in that sense, but at the same time, like those other news report, it could be bad. So is there enough critical thinking before people actually, I guess, implement all this stuff? Like I know it will sound fantastic for PR with people terrified like of the virus and stuff, but again, does it actually make sense in every way? And with the pandemic and drones, as you guys all know, I guess things like regulations are a topic, whether or not people should relax on them to let people actually use it or continue, I guess, to be super strict. This one's kind of interesting. It says, when it comes to sensible drone policy, Africa leads the way. It has taken an event of almost biblical proportions to demonstrate just how much we truly rely on the care and services of medical practitioners give us. But the pandemic has also shown us how these services worldwide need to adapt to better face another such challenge should or when it next arises. This moment in time has allowed us to road test technological innovations at a scale we could have never achieved previously without needing to use the road. And the person actually goes on saying how during times like this, speed is a factor in terms of delivering things like medical supplies and all that. And it says here, which is where the use of drones can come in, as an area of technological medical blue light services should not only grasp but champion the use of. Using drones will be quicker, safer, use energy from renewable resources. As anyone who has lived in any large city will testify, it can be quicker to walk than drive, but using a drone would be quicker still. And this is kind of funny but true, I guess, to make you think about it, where a lot of people here would say, wow, it sounds so high-tech and so forth, like flying something with a drone. This guy says, this may sound futuristic, but ironically, it is happening now in Africa. US startup Zipline has been delivering medication and blood supply to remote villages in Rwanda since 2016, and they have just started operations in Ghana. These operations take drones beyond line of sight. This is an important point to appreciate. So we basically talked about that as well before. Europe and the US restrict drone services to line-of-sight operations, just as was the case with mobile telephone technology, mobile banking, and other things. Africa has leapfrogged over the old technology and is going straight to a new paradigm. We should watch and learn. That's the point I even brought up before. I don't get it. When people, like for example, let's say here in North America, they're saying people, whether it's Transport Canada or the FAA, they say it's because of their laws and regulations why we're able to innovate so fast. Like, to me, it's like, what are you talking about? If anything, they're hindering basically the growth of the tech and all that because of their draconian way of thinking with technology. And whereas this place, like they said, they're basically embracing new tech, and because of things like their regulations and all, people can experiment with it. In my opinion, when you hear people fear-mongering, let's just say a recreational person flying like a little small drone and stuff like that, technically they're fear-mongering this too, like the progress of technology. The most common example, like here in Canada, that I can see usually is, for example, if people fly a drone, let's just say over or near a person, holy cow, look at some people. They treat it like you're flying a grenade or something like that. Like, it's gonna blow up. So yeah, we better be like super strict in all that. Whereas in some countries, the ones that are actually more advanced with like drone tech and stuff, where most people probably buy their drones from, is perfectly normal. So like fly them near them or over people, they'll probably give you the eyebrow like, what are you talking about? So yeah, again, people basically just have to stop fear-mongering this stuff and embrace it. Yeah, be safe, but don't be over the top and so forth.
I never want the
啊，现在差不多。
Alright, see you guys later.